going, everybody? It's your boy, Coach Platinum, serial entrepreneur and day trader. And I'm here to invite you into Coach Platinum's Wealth Accelerator, right? Now, before we dive in, I want to talk about the journey, right? Oftentimes, people see the lifestyle, the cars, the freedom, the wins. But a lot of people don't really know where it all started, right? So to kind of give you some context, let me share my journey, right? I'm originally from New York City, born and raised, Queens get the money, right? I had a regular upbringing, parents are immigrants, they were finding a way through, working a traditional 9 to 5. They taught me to have to go to school, get good grades, and then go get a good job. And, I went that route. College graduate, did some internships right after college, and I actually even started my own entertainment company in college that I later started to run after I graduated. Everything was good, everything was marvelous until COVID happened, right? Those of you who remember COVID back in 2020, that was one of the most life-changing moments for me. At that time, being a college grad, going to focus on grad school, piling up all this debt and credit card debt, and trying to run a business and just do everything by the book, and follow the path that my parents wanted me to. And that was fine. But that definitely took a sudden change because of COVID. And, I'm not happy that COVID happened, but I definitely wouldn't be sitting in this seat. I definitely wouldn't have certain things if I didn't take action once my back, hit the wall. So even to expand on when, COVID hit, it was just one of the biggest things, income gone, major responsibilities. Living in New York City is like one of the craziest things you can do with your back against the wall. So I had two options. I either fold or evolve. And I guess the decision you can see is that I decided to evolve. No safety nets, no shortcuts, just a decision. I had to figure out what that next chapter was for me. And I'm so grateful that I made the right decision. So in the end, by being able to go all in, this is what brought me here. I went all into finance, real estate, exploring trading to different level, business systems, and really creating a multiple streams of income system. And that's what allowed me to branch into the Coach Platinum Wealth Accelerator, which is helping people find an accelerated track to wealth through orthodox financial investing. I studied what the banks did, right? I decided to understand what institutions do and where it would go. I failed. Absolutely. I had no applause. I had no encouragement. I had to do it on my own, but guess what? I had the will. And once I decided to do something, I'm going to do it all in. And that's what brought me into really the rabbit hole of trading. And this is why I've been able to spend the last couple of years figuring out what actually works and what doesn't work. Because we all agree that information is priceless. And if you have the right information, you will be able to open any amount of doors, unlimited amount of doors, all by having the right information and at the right time. All those late nights, no applause, no guarantee. Guess what? That finally converted. I started to win. And then my wins started to show, and then people actually started to believe, especially the people who didn't believe in me in the first place. But it's okay because it wasn't just about the money, it was more about the impact. And that's what allowed me to transition from, no broke college student, right, to a successful entrepreneur. I had a business, I couldn't do it anymore. COVID happened, and the rest became history. Everything I've done yet forward has allowed me to pave a new journey, a new path in a new day and age. The key was freedom, control, and options. That's the life I wanted to live, and that's what I wanted to do each and every day, and that's when CPWA was born. My mission? My mission is pretty simple now. I want to shortcut the learning curve for people that are hungry, people who are ambitious and want to make money and be successful. No more second guessing, no more doubting. I want to bridge the gap and help create as many successful traders in the world today. Because together, collectively, we can build our own community. We can invest into our own communities and build something together. And what better way to do it than be a self-funded investment conglomerate like Blackstone and other large capital companies that are in our day and age today, right? If I can give you the systems, the mindset, the resources, the community and strategies that took me years to develop, right, in an accelerated track, hence wealth accelerator, you know what that means? It means that your success rate will move a lot faster, right? Because here, I don't want you to think we're focused on the hype. No, we're focused on ownership. And the only way to have ownership in your life is to be financially independent and to be financially secure. And that is the goal of helping to pay the most financially free systems today. I started picking up day trading as a hobby. I actually started with stock options, and I saw that there was a huge potential to make a lot of money. But the only problem was I had no one to teach me, and I also had no money that I could actively invest into the stocks, right? Because why? I had to invest into my business, I was paying off my college debt, and I was also putting money aside to continue my education in grad school. Now, when I decided to make that split decision, that definitely did bat some eyes, and it was okay, because in the end, I'll never know what would have happened if I didn't try. So I guess, as they say, I guess we'll never know. So, transition during COVID, once things started to really pick up and COVID actually became a global pandemic, I decided to pick on trading full time, but not just focus on stock options, but to actually learn about commodities, indices. I wanted to learn about the NASDAQ 100, the Dow Jones, the S&P 500, gold, silver, oil, and I decided to take a leap of faith. I ended up joining the company that actually focused on, at a certain point, the fundamentals of trading, and after my journey with them, I decided to pursue trading full time and actually go down the rabbit's hole to figure out what it would be in order to be successful as a trader. Long story short, I lost a lot of money, I took a lot of L's, but those were just lessons that helped me become the individual I am today and helped me find my success. Fast forward, being in the industry now 5 years of trading, I've been successful, I've been profitable, and I've been able to pave a life for myself, and my goal is now to pay it forward as in the future. So when I say pay it forward, is I'm building an aggressive community of individuals who want to win at the highest level. I know what it takes to win at the highest level. I've done it. I've also competed to get to the highest level, and my goal is to share that with individuals who are hungry and who want to see that change in their life, right? So if you're looking to make money and have more freedom and more time, whether it's to spend with your family or to travel or even to buy the things that you want, take that manifestation and turn it into execution, then I think we're going to get along great. And I want you to explore my mentorship program and see if this is a fit for you, right? It's not for everybody, and that's okay, because trading isn't for everybody. If you realistically feel like this opportunity may not be for you or trading may not be for you, let's at least have a conversation. And then after that conversation, if it doesn't make sense, then it doesn't make sense. But let's give this a shot. Let's see if we can become compatible, and I can help you become another success story in my journey of helping to create as many multiple 6-figure and 7-figure traders and investors in our day and age. Ownership equals skill sets, and by having skill sets, even if the world was to shut down tomorrow, you would still be able to make money. As you understand, right, money moves no matter what. When there's chaos, there's also opportunity. If you're ready to stop surviving and you want to play the game a little bit different, then guess what? You're in the right place. So I welcome you to CPWA. So I appreciate your time. I look forward to seeing you at the top, because the bottom's way too crowded.